Today's video is a really simple tip to help you combat negative thinking. This is something I used when I was going through depression to help me turn low moods around and add some more positivity to my constantly negative mind at the time. If you're going through something like depression, or if you have a lot of negative thinking or anything along those lines, you've probably noticed that it's very easy to pick up on every tiny little negative thing that happens throughout the day. You tend to hyper focus and put all your focus and energy onto the negatives, and you miss all the positives. It can be the tiniest of things. You could drop something on the floor or trip a tiny little bit or get stuck in traffic for like a minute, and it still gets you going like, oh, see, there we go, today sucks, everything's shit, and you just spiral down that negative pathway of thinking over and over again with each tiny little negative thing that happens. It's like you tally them up and add them up, and the weight of them just becomes larger and larger through the day. This is how it felt for me. And the thing I found that really helped was to give that same time, focus, and energy to all the little positives that happen throughout the day. Because when you're stuck in that negative headspace, you miss them. You give so much energy, you give so much negativity to those negatives, and you give so little energy and so little positivity to the positives. They just get overlooked, and the negatives get such a big reaction. So let's try and make it a bit more equal, a bit more balanced. Let's try and notice when things actually do go our way and give that the time and energy and focus that it deserves. Because when you do that, you'll notice there's actually a lot of little things throughout the day that do go your way and that are positive. And when you actually notice them and acknowledge them and let that sink in, the positivity from those, in the same way that you let the negativity sink in from the negative things, it becomes a lot more balanced. And it starts to combat that negative thinking, and over time it can actually do a lot to pull you away from negative thinking as a whole. Now, if you're going through depression, or if you have very negative self-talk, anything like that, there's absolutely more that you should be doing to combat that than what I'm saying today. But I think this is an amazing starting point. I think it's an incredible addition to anything else you're doing to try and help yourself. It just really helps. It just really helps to turn those low moods around and add some more positivity to your day. And I think over time it becomes a natural way of thinking. You're training your brain to notice those positives and pick up on them. And it takes some of the weight out of the negatives and puts active positivity into your mind instead. And over time that becomes a natural pattern. So I think this is a really great thing to do. It massively helped me. I really hope it does the same for you. And if you found this useful, consider hitting that like button and pressing subscribe. I post daily self-help and philosophy videos where we discuss ideas and give help and tips and advice. And my ultimate goal is just to help you become the person that you want to be and live the life that you want to live. So if that sounds like your thing, consider ringing that bell, and I hope I see you in the next video.